Hey guys, this is Life from Maniac. Guys, it is time for our next deck profile in the orichalcos arc. We have to get steady to it and be fast before I get more asleep than I am right now. And let's get to the deck profile of this very gentleman right there. Well, part of greed shows too. The deck profile of none other than Seto Kaiba, one of the three main characters. To sum the strategies, or the main strategy, essential main strategy of this deck up is we have just to use one word, namely fusion. Now, many or a couple of you guys might criticize me now because it wouldn't be that accurate, because one or another of you guys might be opinion that it is best to sum it all up around this very gentleman right there, Critias, or the Crawl of Critias. But the amount of fusion monster cards in this deck profile is second none to any other Seto deck profile in any other era or saga. The amount of fusion cards that he got is the most that we have seen and we will ever see again in any other era for Seto Kaiba. But I have to add another fact, namely the very one that the variety of other strategies that he has in here as well are also very much multiple. Because, like I said, Crawl of Critias is the central key strategy, but still we have many others as well. And in terms for playability, I also added 1 or 2 or 3 cards, a couple of at least. So as a result of that, it's got a little bit more variety in it. And sorry guys, just forget about it. There we go. Yeah. Just look at those sleeves. Love it. Just recommend those sleeves. Very good, accurate, and also glossy sleeves, but glossy in the back as well as the front. And the artwork is just mental. The OG Blue Eyes White Dragon artwork. So without further ado, just like dive into it. There we go. Our beloved Seto Kaiba. By the way, I will spoil that also there will be an ultimate Seto Kaiba deck profile. So after my opinion and stance, the best deck profile from all strategies and tactics that he has coped with in his decks. Yeah, I will not make it easy for myself. No, I will do it for you. So as a result of that, we will come to the point where the best version, after my view, will eventually then be brought up for Seto Kaiba, as well as also for Yugimoto and Joey Will at least. So just a second, I have to do another thing. There we go. So Seto Kaiba has many dragons also in this arc in his deck, because what we misunderstand and misjudge very often is that we think Seto Kaiba's deck would be automatically a good dragon deck, but it's not. He has mainly, I think, like Fiend and Spellcaster type monsters as well. Those are the majority of his deck profiles, and the dragons are in the minority. So I think in this deck there are a couple of more. And yeah, let's just dive into it and then we see about that. First we see the Pitch Dark Dragon. Dark attribute. Where's my autofocus? 3 stars. The dragon type, of course, we're talking about it. 900 attack, 600 defense. It's a Dragon Union monster. So Union, of course, you all might know it already. You can equip this monster card to another monster card and then it gets maybe an effect or another possibility, an option. And this effect of this one works like that. Once per turn during your remaining phase, if you control this one on the field, you can equip it to Dark Blade. Of course, I already forgot about it, but Seto Kaiba unfortunately doesn't have any Dark Blade, so he just works with that card. I don't recall it that well, whether this card had any effect in the enemy at all, but yeah. Or change it back to a monster face-up attack position when equipped to a monster by this card's effect. That monster's attack defense is increased by 400 points, and when it attacks with an attack that is higher than the defense of a defense position monster, inflict the difference as battle damage to your opponent's life points. One monster can only be equipped with one union monster at a time. If the monster this card is equipped to is destroyed in battle, this card is destroyed instead. So also it has a protective option for the monster on the field that it's equipped to. But as I already mentioned it, there's no Dark Blade in here. I could have put one in here, but yeah, I thought I didn't think of it at all. I think the combination of Pitch Dark Dragon Dark Blade only emerges in the GX era, where Jazz Princeton plays this combination, and I think he has it just in one deck, which is his very first one, the Fiend Darkness deck, I think. So just let's move on. Ancient Lamp, also a very handy card, in my opinion. And Wind attribute 3 stars, a spellcaster type, 900 attack and 1400 defense. But the effect works like that. It's a spellcaster type, by the way. When this face down defense position card is attacked by your opponent's monster, you can make one opponent's monster except the attacking monster be attacked instead. So it has a switch attack target effect. While this card is a face up on the field, you can special summon one Jin, the mystical genie of the lamp, from your hand. And as the coincidence wants it, we also have mystical Jin, the genie of the lamp. Mystical Jin, the genie of the lamp, or mystic Jin of the lamp. Dark attribute 4 stars on fiend type monster with 1800 attack and 1000 defense. One of the more strong monsters of Seto Kaiba. Then we have a very unusual monster in here, which I think we never see again from Seto Kaiba being played out. That is Versago the Destructor. Dark attribute 3 stars, spellcaster type, fiend type, 1100 attack and 900 defense. And its effect works like that. You can take this card instead of one fusion material monster card and use it instead, that very fusion material monster card, and then you can replace it with this card. So if I don't know, if you have like Crawl of Critias, and then you have maybe you have to have another monster, then you can replace it with that. So it's very key and essential to this deck because, like I said, one of the main strategy, even I would say, is fusion. Look at that one, rare and from the tournament pack 1. Love it. Good, guys. The Metal Tank. Light type 4 stars, a machine union type, 1500 attack, 1300 defense. Of course, once per turn, you can either target one X head cannon or Y dragon head you control. Equip this card to that target or unequip this card and special summon it on the field. A monster equipped with this card gains 600 attack and defense. Also, if it equipped, monster would be destroyed by battle or card effect. Destroy this card instead. Very practical indeed. I have my pull the feet off the field. Y dragon head, of course. The other union monster. A light attribute 4 stars, a machine type union, 1500 attack and 1600 defense. It's also got a very similar effect, but yeah, it also works with the same effect, I think. This one, Z Metal Tank, works with 600, increasing the monster that is equipped to that card, attack stats and defenses by 600, and this one just only with 400. So clearly Zeal Metal Tank is the more convenient one, but yeah. We have also a fusion, which is of course dependent from these three now. X Head Cannon, and light attribute 4 stars, machine type normal monster 1800 attack, 1500 defense. Also a very important card in terms of attack stats as well, like this one for example. Yeah, very essential to this deck, but also essential and the core to the fusion option of this deck, because of course we also have XYZ head cannon in here. Blade Knight from the Seto Kaiba set, the one that was in the baggage, and light attribute 4 stars, 1600 attack, 1000 defense, and warrior type. Gains 400 attack while you have one or less cards in your hand. If you control no other monsters, the effects of flip monsters destroyed by battle with this card are negated. Very good effect. And look at that quality, guys. Very cool. Good quality. Where's my autofocus? There we go. There we go. So, also not bad in terms of attack stats. There you go. Next up is I do not ask me where he uses it. For example, these three I think he uses against Alistair, also Versago the Destructor. I'm not sure about these ones where he plays them out in the Pitch Dark Dragon, maybe against Dartz, but I'm not sure. So he has two battles against Alistair, and one where Alistair comes in a disguise as Pegasus, and it is a draw at the end, and the other one, of course, Alistair loses at the airship of Seto Kaiba at the end. So it might be second, I think, that these two especially. But these ones, I think in the first one. Blade Knight could be also against Dartz, but I'm not sure. Then, Kaiser Seahorse. Light attribute 4 stars on Sea Serpent effect, 1700 attack, 1650 defense, and it works like that. If you have a light type monster, you can use this tribute as for two tributes as a tribute summon, and yeah, of course the reference is to the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and I think he uses this card against Dartz, but I'm not sure about that one. Spear Dragon, I think also against Alistair. We have to see. Seto Kaiba only is engaged in 3 battles and 3 duels in this arc. I think the 2 against Alistair and 1 against Dartz. That's about it. But yeah, okay. Spear Dragon, one of my favorite dragon, 4-star dragons, you might say. I pulled this one. I don't know if especially this one, but yeah, one of these. And super rare from the Legacy of Darkness. I would like to do it again, to be honest. Yeah, that's also one of the stronger monsters from Seto Kaiba with 4 stars without a tribute. There's no tribute required yet. So a wind type 4 stars, dragon type wind attribute 4 stars, dragon type 1900 attack and 0 defense. It's gotten downside. It's a little bit working like Goblin attack force, but Goblin attack force, if it's attacked, then it's going to the defense position for 2 rounds. But this one just goes at the end phase of your turn, and then at your next turn you can switch it back to the attack position. With Goblin attack force, you have to wait another round more until you can switch it onto the attack position. And Spear Dragon has the other pro side, which is he has a piercing battle damage that he unleashes onto your opponent. I love this card. Needs to be in one of my decks. Force Raider, Dark Attribute 4 stars, and Beast Warrior type, 1900 attack, 1200 defense. Also a strong attacking monster. So we see Seto Kaiba mainly has many strong attack monsters, or they have a special effect. So yeah, Um, Essentially, he has always planned. He's a very calculated strategist. We have to admit that. But yeah, except with this exception, I would say, because, like I said, we might guess he would have a Darkblade in his deck, but yeah, would be just a speculation. Paladin of White Dragon. I love this card. Just look at that artwork. Very epic. I would love to still, if maybe Magician's Force sometimes gets a rarity upgrade in a rarity collection 5 or something like that in Platinum Secret Rare, or maybe, yeah, Magician's Force is reprinted because I didn't pull it back in the days, I think. It's in light type. It got 4 stars. Where's my autofocus? And it's in Dragon Ritual. Yeah, 1900 attack, 1200 defense, 4 stars. Like I said, this card can only be ritual summoned with the ritual card, Ritual of the White Dragon. If this card attacks a monster and face of defense position, then you destroy this monster immediately through the effect of this very card, without flipping it face up and without damage calculation. So I don't know if you guys do know about Sasuke Samurai, but it has a similar effect. You can tribute this card and then special summon 1 blue eyes white dragon from your hand or your deck. So very handy. This needs to be in every Seto Kaiba deck profile at least, but also in every blue eyes white dragon deck. One addition that I made, Lord of Dragon, 4 stars, dragon type, 1200 attack, 1100 defense, spellcaster type. It also has the dragon protection ability, as long as it face up on the field, or spell, trap card, or effect that target any dragon type monsters are negated, and the cards, I think, are even then destroyed. Yeah, I think they're negated at least, or cannot be targeted. Then I had to. So one of the reasons that I waited so long for making this, or to completing this deck profile, was I was searching for this card because I didn't find it anywhere. I know I have the super rare version somewhere as well, but I didn't find it. So Dragon of another dimension was played out against Dartz. Has a band in here. Yeah, I would like to have another one of those, but yeah, maybe in the future, in the near future. As light attribute, 5 stars, also in dragon type, 1200 attack, 1500 defense. Why card like that with 5 stars but so bad attack as well defense sets? Because it's gotten strong effect, like I explained it to you before. Seto Kaiba's cards are either strong or have a good playable effect. So the effect is cannot be destroyed by the effect of a spell or trap card that does not target it. So like Dark Hole, Raigeki cannot destroy it, but like Fissure or Offerings to the Doom can destroy it. And with the Lord of the protection effect, it's the other way around. It can be destroyed by Dark Hole, or the dragons that it's protecting can be destroyed by Dark Hole, by Raigeki, but not by Fissure or Tribute to the Doom. So very, yeah, emerging, or how you call it? Yeah, very good combination right there between these effects. But other than that, it cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has 1900 attack or less. So also it got an additional protection effect. So this card is very handy, I would say. I would recommend it also for any dragon deck profile to be in. Gadget Soldier. I have to be honest, guys. I don't think this card is that practical on a deck like that, because it's a fire type. It's got 6 stars, but only 1800 attack, 2000 defense. It's a machine type, but it's only a vanilla. It really doesn't have any pros on its shoulders, so I could say or recommend it to you. You can let it in. I also did let it in, but yeah, be in this deck. but also there are no combinations what I would suggest that you could keep this one in here. But yeah, like I said, you can also then put it in the side deck. This card would be far cooler and more handy than for a Bandit Keith deck as a machine, or Nesbit, or maybe even Alistair. But yeah, other than that. But Seto Kaiba got cards like Cost Down in his deck, which downgrades, of course, his monsters by 2 stars, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Well, 1 star. I'm not sure now. I think 2 stars. So yeah. And an ultra rare, also very unusual, from the Kaiba bag. The how you call it? The bag? No. Suitcase. The suitcase. The Judge, also very unusual that he still has it in here, because I think this is the first entrance since the Duelist Kingdom. I think we see it at least in his hand. You can let this also out because it would make it more playable, but I thought it would be still playable with this card, so I let it in here. Be in here. Earth attribute 6 stars, a warrior type 2200 attack and 1500 defense. We're almost complete. But Kaiser Glider, a card that I never had in ultra rare until I bought it from the suitcase. Has a single loose card, of course. But look at that quality, guys. It's better than the very one from Dark Crisis. It's in light attribute 6 stars. It's in dragon type with 2400 attack, 2200 defense. Its effect works like that. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has the same attack. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target one monster in the field, return that target to the hand. Also very cool, good, special effects that's got. Last but not least, I've got the Blue Eyes White Dragon. The iconic light attribute, the iconic 8 stars, the iconic dragon normal, 3000 attack, and iconic 2500 defense. This legendary dragon is a powerful engine of destruction, virtually invincible. Very few have faced this awesome creature and lived to tell the tale. 1 iconic, 2 iconic, 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon right there. What else do you want, guys? I mean, really, I think Blue Eyes is just something else. And Blue Eyes from LOB or maybe from Red Pack 1, I'm still hunting for it. And I still have this display here that we can, from Red Pack 1, that we will, 24 boosters are in it. So we have already pulled Dark Magician and Ultra Rare. Maybe we will pull this one also. That's my very strong will and firm aim to pull this. But yeah, that's about it. That's about the monsters. In total, I think 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 monster cards are very solid in terms of number. And from this 20 we have 4, 5, 6, 7 that require a tribute, and we of course have cards like Cost Down, and also like I have the Lord of Dragon in here, and because I have the Lord of Dragon in here, I also have another card in here which I put in there, which is Flute of Summoning Dragon in 3s. 1, 2, and 3. And we pulled this one from Red Pack 1. Of course, activate only with Lord of D. Face up on the field, special up to 2 dragon type monsters from your hand. I'll put this one in 3. You can also put it in 2, but because we have, I think, like 8 dragon type monster cards in here, it would be very practical. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 8. Because of 7, if you minus the Paladin of White Dragon, who requires, of course, a ritual summon. Yeah, okay, that was my addition. But Wingbeat of Giant Dragon we get to see. And then one face up level 5 or higher dragon type monster on the side of the field to your owner's hand and destroy all magic and trap cards on the field. Of course, the good board breaker which works together with the dragon type. The White Dragon ritual, of course, needed to in order to have our Paladin of White Dragon summoned, ritual summoned onto the field. Shrink, very iconic. Halves the attack stats of one of your opponent's monsters. Can also, of course, be played as a quick spell card in the opponent's turn. Also very convenient. Crawl of Critias. Now the main card from here, like I said, there's much variety in here, but this one is the most important one. I cannot deny it. Of course, this card will be treated as a legendary dragon Critias. Discard one trap, and which infusion monster is mentioned that it can only be played with Crawl of Critias as a special summon from your hand or your side of the field, and put it to the graveyard. If the card is set, you have to show it, and then summon one fusion monster as a special summon from your extra deck. And you can also just play one Crawl of Critias per turn. So there you go. And the trap cards we are talking about, we will come to that later. Of course, as a support card, but we get to see that I have polymerization in here. And 2s, you might put it then 3, but it would be, I think, a little bit too much in contradicting our Flute of Summoning Dragon, so you have that in the hand. So I would say rather maybe 2 of these and 3 of these, or 2 of both maybe. Yeah. For drawing power card of Demise, of course, in the anime it works better, but still in the TCGs ain't that bad. Like Card of Sanctity was, in comparison to that, very much downgraded from 6 to 2, but this one still, you can draw until you have 3 cards in your hand, and your opponent takes no damage, and during the end phase of this turn, you send your entire hand to the graveyard. You can only activate 1 card of Demise per turn, and you can not special summon. Okay, you cannot special summon, and your opponent takes no damage. I'm fine with it, but I would suggest this one still to pull until you have 5 cards. But yeah, 3 cards ain't that bad in comparison to like Card of Sanctity, which you just can't do it with 2 cards. It's just ain't nothing in comparison to like draw until you have 6. I talked about it. Now we have it. Cost down, which downgrades 1 card. You discard 1 card for the rest of the turn. Reduce the level of all monsters in your hand by 2, even after they are summoned. So there we go. Soul Exchange, of course, for tribute summon, very handy. Target one monster your opponent controls this turn. If you tribute monster, you must tribute that target. If you control it, you cannot conduct your battle phase this turn. You can activate this card. Also downside, but still a very iconic Seto Kaiba card. Silent Doom, special summon 1 monster from your graveyard into the face-up defense position, and it cannot attack. But yeah, it's a good defensive measure. Pot of Greed, what do I have to even to explain? For draw power, draws 2. Monster Reborn, what do I even have to explain? It special summons a monster from, either from your opponent's graveyard or from yours, in face-up attack or defense position. So this is it, guys. This is the spell card lineup. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think this is enough. You may suggest more, a few. But yeah, I think it's very solid, very straightforward. Now about the trap cards. Negate attack. I'm not sure whether you played this one out, but it's very good. It ends the battle phase immediately of your opponent. Crush card virus, which is one of the key cards. Of course, we do know that is a very iconic. Tribute 1 dark monster with 1000 attack or less. Your opponent takes no damage until the end of the next turn. This card resolves. Also look at the opponent's hand and all the monsters that they control, and if you do, destroy the monsters among them with 1500 attack or more attack. Then your opponent can destroy up to 3 monsters with 1500 attack more attack in their deck. Also very, very much downgraded, but we have to be very much honest that this card would be too OP if it worked like it worked in the anime. Ring of Destruction. During your opponent's turn, target one face-up monster your opponent controls, whose attack is less than or equal to their life points. Destroy that face-up monster, and if you do take damage equal to its original attack, and then inflict damage to your opponent equal to the damage you took. You can only activate one Ring of Destruction per turn. I think this one is also combined with Critias. Cloning, also from the Kaiba suitcase. Of course, when your opponent normal flip summons a monster that has a level, target is that face-up monster. Special one clone token with the same original type attribute level attack and defense as that target. When that target is destroyed, and set to the graveyard, destroy this token. So very much equalizes. If you like, I'll build a bit back. Tyrant Wing, also one of the targets for Critias. Target one dragon monster on the field, equipped with this card to it, gains 400 attack and defense. Also can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase once per turn. During the end phase, if the monster equipped this card by the effect, attack an opponent's monster this turn, destroy this card. Yeah. So it's also gotten downside, but with this very card, I know he defeated Alistair's Sky Fortress Sigurath. Until you're doing your end phase. Introducing, for the very first time, Magical Trick Mirror, ultra rare. Guys, this card is very expensive nowadays, but I got it for like $35, I think. Impossible, and I won't give this card up. I think it will even more become more expensive without a reprint. Magical Trick Mirror, very very good. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target one spell in your opponent's graveyard, set it to your field. You can banish this card from your graveyard and send one monster reborn from your hand or face down field to the graveyard. Especially when one Obelisk the Tormentor from your graveyard. So this also works with Obelisk, but yeah, you do not need it. You need it with if you activate this effect during your opponent's turn, all monsters your opponent controls that can attack must attack their face-up monster this turn while you control it. Wow, very strong. There was also an attack guidance barrier, but it's an anime exclusive, so I let it out. I thought attack guidance armor he didn't use, so we let it out. So this is my trap lineup. 6 trap cards, very solid. And like I said, First God Virus, Tyrant Wing, and Ring of Destruction will be part of the fusions. So we're coming to the extra deck. First up is XYZ Dragon Cannon, a light attribute, 8 stars. Or do you see more? Maybe you knocked out yourself, then you see maybe more. So of course a fusion between X Head Cannon, White Dragon Head, and Z Metal Tank. Must be special summoned from your extra deck. Autofocus, where are you? There you go. With the materials that are set on this card, you have to banish them. You do not need any polymerization. Cannot be special summoned from the graveyard. You can discard one card, then choose one card that your opponent controls and destroy it. 2,800 attack, 2,600 defense, also very strong. Not my favorite artwork from this card, but still, it's very cool. There are others that are better. What I have even to say? The Blue Eyes, Ultimate Dragon, and Platinum Secret Rare, guys. Isn't that beautiful? There's my autofocus. A fusion from 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons with 4,500 attack and 3,800 defense. It's a light attribute and scores, I think, 10 stars? Never even counted. 4, 6, 8, 10. You got even 12 stars. Very iconic. It's beautiful. Yeah. Also, we have 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons, and of course, 2 polymerizations. Oh, I forgot. You can also put 1 Mirror Force in here, because in the 2-to-1 final duel from Yugi and Dartz, Yugi, Seto, Kaiba, and Dartz, Yugi has one Mirror Force, and then he combines it with the Crawl of Critias from Seto Kaiba, and then Seto Kaiba has got another fusion. So just excuse me just for a second. I did all forget about that. I did forget very much about that. So the last card that I have to add is, of course, the Mirror Force trap card, also very practical. Destroys all. If an opponent's monster declares an attack, destroy all attack position monster your opponent controls. So the last trap card. Otherwise, one of the fusions doesn't work. I did forget. We have Mirror Force Dragon in here. 8 stars, light attribute, Dragon Fusion, 2,800 attack, 1,200 defense. It's got to be special summon with Crawl of Critias. You have to use Mirror Force, and if one or more monsters that you control that are targeted for an attack or a card effect of your opponent, except for during the damage step, you can destroy all cards that your opponent controls. So it works not only with monsters, but it destroys all cards of your opponent. Very, very strong, overpowered, OP, after my opinion. Tyrannic Destruction Dragon, I think it's called in English. Where's my autofocus? Really bugs me and it's starting to get on my nerves. Hello, there we go. 8 stars, light attribute, 2,900 attack, 2,500 defense. You need to have Crawl of Critias and combination with Tyrant Wing. This card can attack all of the monsters of your opponent. You can choose one face-up monster that you control and equip it to that target with this monster, and it gets 400 attack and defense. Additionally, it can attack 3 times during each battle phase. Also very strong. Maybe a little bit stronger than even the first one. Destruction Dragon, Fire type, 8 stars, has to be special with Crawl of Critias and Ring of Destruction. Once per turn, you can choose one card that your opponent controls, destroy it. Then if your monster card, if it was a monster card, then your opponent gets a damage equal to the attack of that monster, of course. 2,000 attack, but 3,000 defense. So good defensive measure, but the effect also still. And last but not least, pulled just from the display that I opened recently from Dragons of Legend, the complete series. The Doom Virus Dragon, 1,000 attack, 1,500 defense. Must be special summon with Fang of Critias. Oh, I also called it Crawl. Yeah, Fang of Critias. In combination with Crush Card Virus. If this card is special summon, look at your opponent's hand. All monsters they control and all cards they draw until the end of the 3rd turn of this effect activation, and destroy all those monsters with 1,500 or more attack. Yeah, very cool. Also cool. Also a cool card, but yeah, I would suggest the Mirror Force Dragon and Tyrant Explosion Dragon is far more stronger. But still, 6 in total fusion monster cards, very mighty ones, might I suggest and reckon. This is it, guys. This is my, I don't know, I think 44 or something like that. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 42 now. 42 cards deck profile from Seto Kaiba in the orichalcos arc. I hope you guys liked it. Hit the like, the subscribe button. If you enjoy my more content on this channel. I have to show it one more time. Just look at that. Yeah, we are going up the ranks, the ranks. I'm already drunk and sleep, so I cannot talk clearly anymore. But yeah, after of course Yugi Mudo or Yugi / Atem and Seto Kaiba, the third deck profile will of course be Joey Wheeler, which was also ranked third in the world this time. So this is it, guys. Like always, I say a very good evening, a good morning, good afternoon, a good midday, whenever and wherever you might witness this one. From me, yours, Life Romaniac, and a very big peace.